Live from Reynoldsburg High School, it's the VersaBoard.
Our team worked with a teacher in training. Her board space in her classroom is limited because she is confined to a wheelchair. We wanted to find a way to maximize the usable classroom board space so both students and teachers can function efficiently in the future.
In the future, the VersaBoard will arrive with the two pieces fully assembled. First, place the first board at a comfortable writing height. When the board space is used, simply move up or over out of the way. Then place the second board at writing level.
Paraplegia is a common impairment that happens when a person sustains an injury on their lower spinal nerves. The degree at which a person is paralyzed can vary from little or strained leg movements to complete paralysis of the legs, abdomen, and into upper chest. Paraplegics do, however, have full use of their arms and hands. People with paraplegia use a wheelchair and sometimes an assistance dog. Paraplegia can affect stamina, concentration, physical activity, and use of standard technology. Because of this, people with paraplegia have a difficult time in the workplace. Modern design often leaves those with paraplegia unacknowledged in their quest for spatial innovation. Yes, paraplegia is a disability, but many people have not only conquered it, but have applied their conditions to creating an equal and fair workplace environment. In our research, we discovered that whiteboards are common in newer classrooms and sliding whiteboards are becoming increasingly popular. These options, however, are not available in all buildings. In addition, built-in whiteboards are hung at a standard height. We discovered that this is not accessible from a seated position. Whiteboards on wheels are smaller, portable whiteboards that can be attached to walls are commercially available as well. The wheel variety tend to be expensive and would be cumbersome and difficult to move from a seated position in a manual wheelchair. Portable whiteboards do not offer the flexibility necessary to adapt to existing wall-mounted whiteboards or chalkboards.
We had to consider safety in the original design and construction of the VersaBoard. During the original design process, the designers made sure to make the VersaBoard lightweight. Therefore, it will not fall on the user and injure them. During the construction, we made sure that we used proper materials correctly, and we had adult supervision. We used goggles and gloves while performing potentially dangerous activities, such as sawing the PVC pipe, hammering and cutting the sheet metal, or using the Gorilla Glue. During the reconstruction, the engineers once again properly used the necessary materials and had adult supervision while wearing goggles and gloves when necessary. These were needed while using the Gorilla Glue to glue the magnets and the flanges. And on the redesign of the VersaBoard, the designers made it even more safe. By eliminating the sheet metal, there are no potentially sharp edges. The magnets used are stronger, and there is more of them, so it is far less likely that the board will fall. It is no longer necessary to saw the PVC pipe or cut sheet metal during the construction.
In the original design, we created a whiteboard to be attached to an existing blackboard with magnetic pedestals. We did this by attaching adhesive magnets to the back of a 2x3-foot whiteboard. Then we placed more adhesive magnets to the base of the flanges. We put 1/8 inch sheet metal caps on the front of the flanges attached to Gorilla Glue, and we reattached the magnets with Gorilla Glue. Afterward, we used larger pieces of sheet metal so there would be more space for the magnets to attach to. The sheet metal caps on the front of the flanges were magnetically attached to the existing blackboard. Then the VersaBoard was aligned with the flanges and attached.
Then we encountered some problems with the board. It was difficult to line up the board and the flanges, and the board and flanges slid down the chalkboard. We redesigned the board to solve these problems. First, we glued the flanges to the back of the VersaBoard. We also used more magnets that were stronger. And we glued magnets onto the back of the flanges with Gorilla Glue so they would stick to the chalkboard.
The VersaBoard can be used by many individuals with a wide variety of needs. It demonstrates several principles of universal design. For example, the design is simple to understand and use. The VersaBoard is lightweight, also ensuring access for people with a wide range of sizes and strengths. While the VersaBoard was designed for a specific individual in a wheelchair for classroom use, it may be used by a much wider group of people. For example, teachers of smaller stature would use the VersaBoard to maximize usable board space. Students in primary and middle grades would use the VersaBoard to comfortably write on the board. All teachers would use the VersaBoard to place important information along the borders of existing chalkboards to be saved for reference, while maintaining the maximum available board space for daily classroom use. And teachers who travel among classrooms would use the VersaBoard to take announcements, agendas, and notes from classroom to classroom.
Signing off from Reynoldsburg High, we are
Raiders!
We love
Science!